RHOK!
Alright, here is my old RHOK helmet that I am retiring, and it's been a good helmet. I've had it about 7 or 8 years. It's worn out, man. I've crashed in it like 18 times. You can't even see through the visor anymore. It's time for it to go. Here is my new RHOK helmet that I just got in the mail, and I'm very, very, very impressed with it. The airflow in it is real good, the padding in it, the design is real good, and weighs about half as much as my RHOK did. The fitment is about the same as the RHOK. The only difference I've noticed is that the front here is not as elongated as the RHOK was, but it's not by much, it's by very little. You probably wouldn't notice. The one thing that kind of makes that feeling even more is the fog guard on this helmet is real high, so in the wintertime, the shield's not going to fog up. I had that problem with my RHOK. The way the venting is designed in this helmet, you can see the vents come in through here and come into the helmet to defog it. Your breath isn't going to fog up the lens. The mechanism for changing the lens is very easy to use. It's a pretty high quality helmet, man. It's really beautiful. And today what I'm going to do is install my drift camera on the side of my new helmet. I just ordered these mounts on eBay. I didn't get them directly from the Drift website. I just bought them through eBay. $15. There's 2 mounts in here. It also comes with the mount that goes on the helmet itself. This is a curved mount. It's got a curved profile on it. And this here is a flat mount. This is the mount that goes on the camera itself. You can see it's got little gears on it. And that's so you can clock it different angles. So the theory behind this drift camera is this here rotates so you get your level of your shot. So you can mount it on top, you can turn this to where it's level, that works. You can go mount it on the side. You can see I got a red mark on mine. That's to make sure that mine's clocked right from the way my head sits. And the way I've got this set is it kind of points up a little bit, because when you ride you tend to look down at your gauges. So I've got mine kind of clocked up a little bit so that it gets a straight on kind of, level shot. And also I like mine pointing a little bit to the left, just because that's kind of a blind spot. So as I'm recording, I like it to look to the left just a hair. So basically we're not too worried about how the camera sits on the helmet like this. We're not too much worried about how it sits on the helmet like this. We're more worried about how it sits on the helmet this way. So we want to make sure we get it pointed a little bit to the left, like I said. Not too far back to where it points off to the right, but not too far forward to where it points too far left, and it just throws the whole shot off. It's very happy balance. If you look on my old helmet here, you see it just barely points left as I'm holding this helmet straight. And with this wide lens, it also got my Pimp Star sticker. So as you can see the angle of that lens, it actually caught the Pimp Star sticker, as you could see in all my old videos. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at the profile of this helmet. I'm going to choose whether I need the flat or the profiled angled mount. And that one looks good right about there. Man, that's perfect. I try to get my mount as level as possible, so I don't have it pitched up or down. Some people like to pitch them up a little bit just so the camera sits down in the pocket. But I tell you what, man, that's feeling right there. You can just kind of feel when it's good. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So just to the side of the H. And you know, if you got some of that 3M very high bond, they call it VHB tape, that's pretty much the same thing. It actually says it right there. Really? That's right, don't fuck with me in the streets, I'll shank your ass. Fucking lived in Grand Prairie for a while. Look that shit up. Alright. Let's see. Put that right about there. Look good that way, look good that way. Bang. There it is. The harder you press, the better it's gonna go on. Now, your camera just clips on there. There you go. Some people like to put like a little bit of Velcro or something there to make it a little thicker, to where it's a little tighter fit. I know the garden snake does that. I don't do it, but it's kind of a little loose in that mount, but a fix for that is to put a little piece of tape or a little piece of Velcro in there to kind of take up that space. But I don't roll like that, so it's up to you. Whatever works good for you. Some people actually have like a leash that they have on their camera that they tie to the helmet, but I've never had a problem losing my drift. Now this cap here, if you're gonna motovlog, you gotta have this cap. Now this is all for the HD 1080 or the HD 720. I don't have the newest camera that's out, the Ghost. I'm looking to get one soon, but I haven't been able to afford it yet. This cap that goes on the back, it's got two waterproof, well, water-resistant, dust-resistant caps that cover your ports for your microphone. And it also has a charging port, and you can also put a LED in it, which I use the LED. So this is your LED. It's like a status light. And then once again, this is only for the 1080 HD camera. When it's on, it's kind of dim, but when you record, it's real bright. Or when it's about to turn off, it's real bright. So that way you can just kind of look in the corner of your eye and see if you're recording or not. And I like that. The new Ghost has a microphone. Or sorry, the new Ghost has a remote that stays in contact with the camera at all times, and the remote has green and red lights on it. This is the microphone. It plugs in, and I have everything in mine wrapped with Velcro because it's easiest. I switch helmets a lot between my dirt and my street helmet. So in your drift here, boom, your microphone plugs in, and either your charger or your status light plugs in right there. Your internal microphone, your drift camera is right here. What I try to do is hide all my wires inside the liner of the helmet. I've never done it on this helmet yet before, so here goes nothing. Let's see where I could hide these wires in here. I like to keep these wires kind of hid as best I can, because I've had like tree limbs and stuff unplug them before, and usually when I'm cross country riding that happens. You don't want to really be stopping and fixing that stuff in the middle of the trail, so I'm going to tuck them in right there. That's pretty good. Alright, got my wires routed. Everything's hid up in here. Put all the slack right behind the cheek pad. And I put a little piece of Velcro in here, right where the chin part is, and that's where I stick my microphone and my status light. Now, the microphone takes a little bit of messing with. you need to put it in the right place to where you don't have a lot of wind noise. Some people hide it behind the cheek pad. You just gotta move it around, mess with the mic sensitivity to make sure you get a nice clean sound. I've found that when I ride, if you leave the visor open, you get a better sound. There's not as much echoing. So there you have it. I just mounted my Drift HD camera with the mic and the status light in my new RHOK helmet, because I'm sponsored by RHOK now, and they just sent me a brand new badass carbon fiber helmet in the mail because I wasn't wearing the right kind of helmet in my videos, so RHOK sent me a brand new one. So thank you very much, RHOK. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting me, and I look forward to more videos.